Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the... Oh, I have a bay leaf over here. Okay. So this is going to be your reading. Just keep in mind this is a general reading for the month of May. And then two, if you will also keep in mind that May is all about change. Is the number 5, and it's always good change. Keep in mind though that we have Mercury retrograde during the month of May, and I would highly recommend that you Google Mercury retrograde in your sign and see what you can find out, because that will help you navigate the energies for May, because Mercury retrograde can be rough, and it depends on what house it's in or what sign it's in, how it affects you. Like some signs, when it comes around, it affects the least amount, and some it affects the worst amount. I didn't look into which ones were going to get affected the most. Usually, and that's my fault, because usually I know this stuff, but I just started back doing this. I've been on probably a 3-year hiatus. So anyways, welcome to my YouTube channel, which I do not work from. My platform and where I started was on Facebook. You can find me on Facebook as The Urban Woman. On Facebook, I only do oracle readings. So, for example, like it would be a reading like this, but using the Ascended Masters deck, or like the Messages from Your Angels deck, Past Life Oracle deck, or the Fairies, or something like that. So if you like those types of readings, then navigate over there. You can find the link, I think, below. If you want to message me, there's the place you need to message me from, as I don't know YouTube that well, and I don't operate from YouTube, so I am not exactly sure how to work this thing, but I'm learning. We're getting there. If you would like to send a donation, then the Cash App information is below. Please like, follow, and subscribe. And let's get started. Okay. So there is something that you were trying to get off the ground. You're trying to do something. Now, please also keep in mind that this could very well be, when I say that you have started something, there's the beginning of something. You've got new feelings of newness or something new coming into your life. Now, for some of you, you could have met someone, and that, meeting that someone has sparked an energy or a passion of newness, so I see this is a general reading, so you'll have to apply it as it fits, but something has come along that has sparked, it's lit a fire within you, like it's awakened something. Now, there is, and if this is not you, this is someone you're dealing with, though, there is, there's a lot of fire here, and thankfully there is some emotion here, but someone is, holding back and scared here. Now, keep in mind, too, that, as a fire sign, now I only speak from experience, and my I think it's ascendant sign, I think that's what you call it, is Sagittarius. I have a Gemini moon, and then I'm born under the sign of Pisces. So I feel this energy right here. Either you have met a fellow fire sign. I feel like there's a meeting of two people here, and it's like two fire signs. So just take this however it resonates. One of you, though, has this newness about you. And it has awakened some type and some form of passion within you. But now someone, too, is also, could be a little angry. Because there is anger here, anger and frustration. And maybe that's why the Fool is here in reverse. You know, there are new things coming or awakening, coming into your life around you. But maybe because of the past, there's some residual anger left over. And it could be the thing that's like holding you back a little bit. There were delays in the past, I see. A delay in communication, a break in communication. There wasn't a lot of, like, especially if you weren't talking to anyone in the past, and like now all of a sudden you've met someone. So I do see that there is some residual, like, shit kind of left over in the past that could be lingering this month, the month of May. And, you know, what a wonderful month to fall into, especially with it being May and Mercury retrograde. A lot of people, when I first became woke to, like, whatever, you know, all this stuff is, I experienced my first Mercury retrograde, and it was like hell. I'm now looking back on hindsight, I guess you can say that, like, I hashed and purged a lot that Mercury retrograde. I think that Mercury retrograde, I cried every day for like 2 weeks. You know, Mercury retrograde lasts 3 weeks. That's just the retrograde. That's not including its shadow or it going direct. It's like an entire 4 week, maybe 4.5 weeks long process. So, and it's a great month. They say, and I've read that if you have questions during a Mercury retrograde, you can ask and like instantly receive the answer for it. Like, communication is so on point. You have to be careful with communication and the things that you say. And I could see, like, even in this, you know, in this reading right here, there's so much passion here and fire and love. But too, with Mercury retrograde, shit can come out like reflected or refracted. It can, just pay attention. If you pay attention to it and you look for it, you'll be able to see it. You'll see what I'm talking about. But it's one of those things that you really have to pay attention to. So look for that, because you have, and when I say look for that, I really mean to look. Look at things. Take things for face value for what they are. Because there's something coming in here, but it's like, I feel like there is a lot of boredom. This is probably going to be around the middle of May, where it's like you're missing opportunities, you're feeling stuck. Now, Mercury retrograde can make you feel that way, okay? So if you have to, like, you know, write these notes, make some notes and put them like where you visit the most. If you don't have, okay, you either need to have like a desk or an altar, one or the other, okay? If you don't have a desk and you don't want a desk, then make an altar. If you've got an altar, then don't worry about the desk. But you need a spot where you can leave, where you'll frequent, where you can leave stuff and work from it. On the spiritual sense, okay? Leave yourself some notes so that you can read them and remind yourself what you're going through, because with that, you can navigate your life and yourself a lot better. So, because I say that, because like during the middle of the month, the Four of Cups speaks of depression. You could be so in your woes that you don't really care about what's being offered. You don't really care what's coming at you. It's like you're you're so depressed, you don't care. You know, your favorite actor or someone walks out and you're just like, eh. You know, so pay attention to that energy there. And I feel like, you know, you now, I mean, I don't know exactly what went on in the past, because trust, you know, this is a general reading, and but something here has gotten you a little fearful or scared of taking a risk, or maybe even taking the next step. You may be feeling like that. Maybe that's something that you will be working through in the month of May, is depression, and, you know, not wanting to take the next step forward. And, you know, here's the thing, you know, that's okay, because during a Mercury retrograde, we're supposed to sit and reflect, not do so much on the action aspect. Okay, we're really supposed to like chill out and think and redirect and reflect on things, how our life has went, where we are now, what do we want to change, and how do we want to move forward. Because as soon as Mercury retrograde's over, it, like a catapult, it cosmically, like slingshots your ass, cosmically slingshots your ass into everything that you were thinking about that Mercury retrograde. So you really do need to be careful too about what you think about. But just know that wherever this is moving you, by the end of the month, coming out of this, you're moving into the Ace of Cups, which is, you know, feeling very much in love. I would say that this Mercury retrograde helps to work through some things. I feel like you'll be able to look back on them with love and gratitude and abundance. So, you know, it's not all... Let's see what your advice is. Okay. Okay. I love this song. Okay. Your advice here. How long, and you can leave this in the comments if you want, or you can message me if you would like, because I'm going to ask you a question. How long have you been, let's say, like, you've been discontent and bored here, I can tell you that for sure. But how long have you been stagnant? How long have you been in a negative pattern or feeling you don't have any solutions? Lord, I'm seeing that. That's in like the past position here, with delays and things not necessarily working out. You know, things could have happened in the past to maybe, okay, so you could have had like your hopes, your dreams, desires, you were feeling good, you had your eyes set on something, but I don't know exactly what happened. But maybe something didn't pan out the way you thought it was going to. I would say it left you a little wounded. It's like, you know, you got one more time. You'll give this one more round or something. But there's a decision here that's got to be made around this, which direction you want to go. I would say to take the road that gives you... let me look at this one thing real quick. Yeah. Okay, so, you know, I would accept invitations. I would go out and, you know, hang around people that really lifted me up. You may find yourself, you know, feeling more romantic and more attractive, like the end of... It could be throughout the month of May, but I definitely feel like at the end of May, you're really going to be seeing this this change of energy. So your advice for you is to, if you were in a stagnant period in your life where you feel like things weren't really working out for you, it's time to now step out of that. You're going to see, I do feel in your environment, like things around you, you're going to see that they're going to be out of balance. But you got to keep in mind too that Mercury retrograde it definitely affects our minds. Keep in mind, I have dyslexia. I can, it's so like Twilight Zone, okay? My brain, how it works, because sometimes I can all of a sudden just like start stuttering, okay? And tripping up on my words and stuttering. And it's like, I've been like that for a few months. And then a Mercury retrograde comes along. And all of a sudden, it's like a light switch went off. And I will talk regular, like my shit's on point. Clarity, clear. My enunciation is like amazing, and I'm sitting here in my mind thinking, man, I've not ever spoke so well in my whole life. Like, how in the world? Mercury retrograde. And then as soon as Mercury retrograde is over, it's like I'll go right back out of that to having tics. So, and there's been times too where I've spoken so well, and it's like the energy will shift, and I've been on a roll speaking so well, and then a Mercury retrograde will come about, and it's like all of a sudden I'm getting words mixed up. I'm mixing words left and right. But oh, that got the best of me a couple days ago. So anyways, I knew that something was starting to shift when I started getting my words. But anyways, so just know that I feel like this Mercury retrograde is going to be very helpful for you. And if I am beating like a dead, hopefully I'm not beating you in the head with this. But just know that in your environment, things, and again, this is what Mercury retrograde does. You could feel like everything's out of balance, that there's discord, there's overindulgence, there's, you may even feel like being risky. And maybe it's a time for you to be risky. Maybe you need to be a little risky, but please, whatever you do, please use discernment in that, okay? Do what feels right and good for you. Don't do like something that's going to because sometimes we can get a little too into it, overindulgent, and it just kind of messes things up. So make sure you know when to stop, when to step back, when to move forward, when to shake, rattle, and roll, and when to calm it down or simmer it down. Okay, so that's where this imbalance is. And keep in mind too, Mercury retrograde in your environment. Just know that will change eventually, okay? You've got hopes and fears either around a significant woman in your life. If you are this woman, then you've got hopes and fears around yourself. You've got hopes that, I feel like that these are the things in your life that you'll be able to give, either birth to, okay, so, alright, so now I'm saying, okay. Regardless of what's going, okay, if you're a guy watching this, then this is about a woman, okay? If you are a woman watching this, then this is about you. You have, I would say that you've made leaps and bounds in your life to where you are right now. You are hoping that even though there may have been destruction and chaos around you, that you have held your head high, and that you have maintained like composure and stayed in your Empress energy. Okay, and if that's the case, then I would say that you have definitely done that. You need to maintain that during this month. if you can do that, this will also help you to see and look forward to the future and what's to come. Now, if you're a guy watching this, then I need you to really focus, and females, if you're a female watching this, there's some type of, I feel like there is a good chance there's a romantic relationship right here in the center of this. A romantic offer, something like that. Okay? There could be hopes and fears here about, nurturing this relationship or this love offer. Some way, shape, or form, the masculine here, what we come out with is the masculine here is really, this is the thing that I really want to push to the men watching this, okay? Because here we've got the King of Cups in reverse. Now, this is someone that's emotionally unavailable, okay? So there's not going to be any emotions in it at all except for coldness. Their advice is lousy. They're unproductive. They are quick to anger, and they are unreliable. Okay? So I don't know if you're the guy watching this, you've been through some shit here that's put you in this energy, or if you're a female watching this, you will be, though you're experiencing all this, it's not going, and it's not bad. We all go through it. I've been through it several times. So I've been through a time period where it's like you're depressed and things aren't really going your way, and then all of a sudden, the energies change and there's a shift, and it's like, okay, well, let's move and elevate forward. But you can elevate forward, but half the time some of the people around you, they can't meet you there. They can't elevate with you, or they're slower to rise to the occasion. I would say that this person here is slower to rise to the occasion. Alright, let's see what your Sacred Oracle Visions card is. Now, see, I love this little guy right here. When I flip this card over, and it's on his little face, and he is so cute. I love this guy. Alright, so the card number here is 13 with beauty. And this is a friendship bundle. The direction is west, and the color is black. So let me show it to you real quick. There it is. The beauty of friendship creates an energy that is seen in a person full of love. Expressing your highest nature with another who is equally engaged rings bells of joy for all to hear. What can you do to heal the turmoil in the world? Become a true friend. Create your friendship bundle and hang it around your neck. Like a great bird of prey, feel yourself softening in a westernly wind, knowing the grace of dreams realized. People are known by the stories they tell. Your stories are constructs of the people you have met along your journey. Ultimately, the grandest and most beautiful is the story of meeting and sharing the journey with a kindred spirit, a true friend. So I would say that there is a friend, somewhat, shape, or form, in this reading. Okay, so maybe you need to focus on your friendships and have more gratitude for the friendships and also the beauty that you have. Oh yeah, so your past life oracle is medicine man or medicine woman. So there is some type of healing that needs to take place this month, for sure, especially with the two. These are two completely different decks, and the colors are, and they're set, the feathers and the wheel, like there's a lot of similarities right here. So I would say that you definitely need to focus on, either make a gratitude list this month, quit focusing on the negative, and focus more on the positive and the beauty in your life. There is a need for forgiveness. There is something around, because I look at the bottom three of the of any of the deck I pick up. I look at the bottom three cards for other messages. So with this medicine woman, there's Native American, vows, and finances. So there's a poverty and or something going on right now that could be a vow you took. You may need to start looking more into Native American history and practices, because that could be something that really helps you to heal this month, especially with like that friendship bundle he's talking about. Your message from the angels is Archangel Michael. I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. So even if you're, Michael, I love some Michael, boy. He's like the angel of protection. He's got his sword. He is like, he's the man, So call upon Archangel Michael. He'll be glad to help you. They all come in. Like, the moment you say their name or call them, they come right to you. You should probably, if you try that, work on your feelings and your emotions, and see if you can pick up on his presence when you call him in. Because if you can do that, then you can navigate when they come to you, when you call them. Your relationship will strengthen and get better. All right, so looking at the bottom three on this one. So a happy new move to a home or place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher in positive energy. So I would say that like things around your home are getting better, or things in your job are going to start to get better. And those things there I feel like will also help you to elevate in your emotions and in spirit and get out of some of this depressive energy. But just know that whatever you're doing, you need to keep up the good work, because your desires are coming to fruition. There is going to be victory. You need to get outside more and do yoga and exercise, because there's essential to your well-being, your peace of mind. You're protected, and wasn't I saying Archangel Michael was a protector, all about protection? So you are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. So I ask you to relax and feel safe. All right. Holy moly! I painted my table now, now I regret doing that. Now all my cards stick to the table. All right. So your Ascended Master is Apollo. Focus upon your strengths. Okay. You need to look into an artistic expression, some way to express yourself. Okay. Focus upon your priorities. You are seeing the truth in this situation clearly. And then you need to balance your home and your career life. All right. Let's see. Your Oracle of Rama. All right, so we have misfortunes and grace. The great reign of Rama. The section here. A child dies ultimately and brings into question the perfection of Rama's reign. Rama resurrects the child. And holy cow, talk about resurrection. Today is Easter. Christ has risen. Anyways, alright, so the indication here is misfortune may arise even in blessed circumstances, but God's grace is always sufficient. Alright, let me see what our divine guidance is going to be here, and then this will be it for your reading. Now, I finished my readings off with a message from Rama here. All right, this is Sita with the number 5. So 655, that, you can Google that number sequence, because 655 means something. All right, so number 5 here, a recovery from calamity occurs. All right, our 6-5. Those who saw the Brahmin's son rise from the dead exclaimed,
"He seems to wake from sleep. By Rama's mercy, all will be well, and the mind will be freed from worry. A resurrection of spiritual aspiration or knowledge occurs, bringing peace of mind. That could be that Ace of Cups energy that I was speaking on. This indication is also good for recovery from disease or calamity that may assail us and appear to have defeated us. Divine grace and fortune of the times are with us and will allow us to succeed despite all apparent adversity. Alright, so for real, y'all, there may be, some shit going on around you. You need to just allow it to happen and focus upon, these things here, because there is going to be a change and it will all be for the better. And I feel like, too, that's going to go back to when I mentioned this card here, this Ace of Cups, because it's like, the end of the month, you've been through some things in the month of May. At the end of the month, you're going to, there's going to be an opening and a shift within you that's going to, I feel like, open up the well of love and abundance and gratitude that you'll feel for life, and you'll be able to look back on the past, like the month of May, and you'll be able to see and understand why maybe certain things had to happen the way they did. And I don't know if you can hear in my voice, it's like I feel like I'm not supposed to talk on this anymore. So with that, maybe I'm revealing too much. With that, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please like, follow, share, subscribe, whatever. And I will see you here again for your next reading. Take care. Namaste.